Hello everybody and welcome. My name is John Willard Utuck, and in this video we will cover the basics of fingering one octave black key major scales. In this video I'll teach you first the fingerings for F sharp and C sharp major scales, also known as G flat, D flat major scales. This will be the first half of the video. And in these scales, what helps to remember playing them on the keyboard is using what I like to call the long finger method, or long finger guide. So, with that in mind, let's first review how we create sharps and flats on the keyboard. So the sharp or flat on the keyboard, sharps, remember we go up a half step and also would play the very next key to the right. And for flats, we would do the opposite. Flats, we would go down a half step, or we would go to the very next key to the left or lower the tone. So let's take F for example. If we wanted to make it F sharp, we go up a half step or the key to the right. So the very next key is this one here. So this is called an F sharp, right? Black key here is F sharp. So say we wanted to make a flat key. So let's take a G. We have G. We go down a half step or the very next key to the left. So going down would be a G flat. So this is also called a G flat. So remember, some keys on the piano have two names. We call those enharmonics, but basically it's the same note, same tonality, just different names, and also in case of these scales, we'd have different key signatures. And all flats, it would be called G flat. With sharps, it would be F sharp. To be more specific, so key signature for F sharp major, we'd have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp. Right? So that gives us the F sharp major key signature. If we had G flat, we'd have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. So those would be all the flats in G flat major. Okay, and let's talk about the long finger guide. So what that means is the long fingers are related to the black keys to help you. So with our hands, we have our short fingers or thumb and our pinky, our long fingers, 2, 3, and 4. So for the right hand, for a 2 black key group on the keyboard, long finger guide, we would use fingers 2 and 3. And then for group of 3, we would use 2, 3, and 4. Same thing with the left hand. So long fingers for left hand, we'd use 3 and 2, and then 4, 3, 2. And then same thing coming down. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. For the right hand, coming down, 4, 3, 2, right? So it goes both ways, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, right? Okay, so our first scale we'll go over is F sharp or G flat major scale. So using the long finger guide, so we're starting on an F sharp, or if you want to call it G flat, and we'd use all the 3 black key groups. And in these 2 scales, just remember that it's basically all black keys, then 1 white. All black keys, then 1 white. So in this case, we have the group, all black key group, 3 black keys, 2, 3, 4, then 1 white. In this case, it's a B. And then next group, all black keys, 2 and 3 to finger it, then 1, and then back to F sharp. See that? So all black keys, 1 white, next group of black keys, 1 white, and then a black key. So let's finger that together. We'll do it for both hands. So starting with the right hand, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and back down. 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, right? And then for the left hand, same idea. We have 4, 3, 2, all black keys, then 1 white. Then next group, 3, 2, then 1 white key. Now in this case, since we're just doing 1 octave, we can go to 2, because we're going to come back down. But in case you were going to follow the long finger guide and also do 2 octaves, you'd actually go to 4, because then you can keep going, right? So you can either end on a 2 for 1 octave, or you can end on a 4, just to keep remembering that if you wanted to do 2 octaves, you can keep going. So for now, we're just going to end on a 4, just to keep it consistent. But I wrote both here on the chart for you, right? So it'll be 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll do 4, 4, and back down, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's simple enough, and especially when you're doing it hands together, it's very simple, because then you have all the black key groups, then thumbs together, then 3, 2, 2, 3. So they're a little bit opposite, but again, they're your long fingers, so they're right there for you. Then the next one, thumb, and then you can end on a 4 and a 2, or 2 if you're just doing 1 octave, right? And then back down, together, and then, right? And then when we do C sharp or D flat, it's the same idea, and again, all black keys, 1 white, all black keys, 1 white. So we have C sharp, D sharp, then we have then 1 white key, in this case it's E sharp if you're doing sharps, right? And then we have 2, 3, 4, then the next white key, and then black key. One way to remember this scale visually on the keyboard is that you have the 2 black key groups, then your white key or your thumb is going to be closest to the next group you're going to go to. So the next black key group is the 3 black key group, the nearest white key is here, right? Because you're hugging the group of 3, right? And then same thing here, the next white key is closest to the next group. So let's do the fingerings. So it's 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, back down, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Same thing with the left hand. We have 3, 2. We have 1 next to the close to the next group. Then 4, 3, 2. Then 1. And then 3. So let's try that. Ready, go. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. And back down. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that is how you finger the black key major scales 1 octave for F sharp, C sharp scales, also known as G flat, D flat major scales.